The saga surrounding Floyd Mayweather's recent troubles paints a complex picture of a man once hailed as the untouchable king of boxing, now grappling with a tarnished reputation and mounting financial woes. The narrative begins with whispers of an alleged arrest, a topic that has sparked heated discussions among fans, boxers, and critics alike. While the details of this supposed arrest remain murky, the incident has fueled speculation about Mayweather's state of mind and financial stability. Many in the boxing community, including prominent figures like Oscar de la Hoya, have suggested that Mayweather is struggling to cope with the fading spotlight. They argue that his recent actions, marked by erratic behavior, controversial statements, and questionable business ventures, reflect a desperate attempt to reclaim relevance in a world that has moved on to newer stars like Canelo Alvarez. De la Hoya, a former rival and now a vocal critic, has been particularly outspoken. He believes Mayweather's antics stem from a deep-seated need for attention or, more alarmingly, a dire financial situation. He couldn't help himself, De La Hoya remarked, referencing Mayweather's tendency to insert himself into the headlines, often at the expense of others. This sentiment is echoed by others who point to Mayweather's history of stirring controversy, whether through social media outbursts or public feuds. For instance, his recent attempts to overshadow Canelo Alvarez, widely regarded as the current face of boxing, have been met with skepticism. Critics argue that Mayweather's provocations are less about genuine rivalry and more about clinging to a fading legacy. Canelo is the man right now, De La Hoya asserted, emphasizing the shift in boxing's hierarchy. He's the highest-paid athlete in the world, and we move forward. Beyond the ring, Mayweather's troubles extend into the realm of finance, where allegations of scams and unpaid debts have cast a shadow over his carefully curated image as Money Mayweather. Reports have surfaced linking him to a $42 million investment scheme, with claims that he promoted fraudulent businesses to fans and investors. These accusations have raised serious questions about his financial stability, suggesting that the lavish lifestyle he flaunts may be a facade. Social media posts on platforms like Instagram, where Mayweather showcases his wealth with displays of luxury cars and jewelry, now face scrutiny as potential distractions from a bleaker reality. Some, like YouTuber and boxer Deji, have gone so far as to call Mayweather's wealth an illusion, accusing him of masking insecurity with materialism. "He's so fake," Deji stated bluntly, describing Mayweather's behavior during a Dubai podcast as erratic and attention-seeking. The boxing community has not been kind in its assessments. Gervonta Davis, once a protege under Mayweather's promotional wing, has made explosive claims, alleging that Mayweather owes significant sums to individuals in Dubai and Saudi Arabia. Davis's accusations paint a grim picture of a man resorting to scams to sustain his extravagant lifestyle. "Tell Floyd to get on live and show where he's at," Davis demanded, urging transparency from his former mentor. Mayweather's response to these allegations was notably subdued, with the former champion playing the victim rather than addressing the claims head-on. "Tank's been through a lot," Mayweather said of Davis, framing the criticism as the outbursts of a misguided youth. This deflection has done little to quell speculation, with many interpreting it as an attempt to dodge accountability. Mayweather's financial troubles are not limited to overseas dealings. In the United States, he faces mounting legal challenges, including lawsuits over unpaid debts and allegations of assault. One high-profile case involves a New York incident where Mayweather and his entourage, mistakenly linked to rapper Lil Uzi Vert, allegedly assaulted a man filming their vehicle. The plaintiff claims he was attacked by Mayweather's team, though Uzi Vert has denied any involvement, stating he doesn't even know Mayweather. This lawsuit, while seemingly minor in the grand scheme of Mayweather's legal woes, underscores a recurring theme. His wealth and influence often lead to reckless behavior, with financial resources used to shield him from consequences. Similarly, a $4 million lawsuit involving Mayweather and golf legend Tiger Woods centers on accusations of stealing jewelry from a Miami-based jeweler. The plaintiff alleges that both celebrities failed to complete payments for luxury items, further tarnishing Mayweather's reputation as a man of limitless wealth. Real estate ventures have also drawn Mayweather into controversy. His acquisition of a $10 billion portfolio of office properties in cities like New York and Chicago has raised eyebrows, particularly given reports of outstanding debts to the IRS. Authorities have questioned how Mayweather can afford such extravagant investments while failing to settle tax liabilities. This discrepancy between his public displays of wealth and his financial records has fueled speculation that he is living beyond his means, trapped in a cycle of spending to maintain appearances. A separate real estate deal, touted by Mayweather as a venture that would generate $300 million a month, has been met with skepticism. Critics point out that his reliance on bank loans to fund these projects contradicts the image of a self-made billionaire, suggesting a man stretched thin by his own ambitions. Mayweather's exhibition matches, once seen as lucrative spectacles, have also become a source of contention. Logan Paul, who faced Mayweather in a highly publicized bout, has accused the former champion of withholding payment. As the promoter of the event, Mayweather was responsible for distributing the revenue, a role that has now placed him under scrutiny. Paul's frustration has led to threats of legal action, with the YouTuber-turned-boxer publicly declaring his intent to sue. UFC President Dana White has weighed in, noting that in boxing exhibitions, the promoter's control over funds can lead to disputes, particularly when someone like Mayweather is at the helm. Joe Rogan, a prominent commentator, has been more critical, arguing that Mayweather's pursuit of exhibition matches is driven by financial necessity rather than competitive passion. "He's doing it for the money," Rogan stated, highlighting the irony of a legendary boxer resorting to such bouts to stay afloat. The criticism extends beyond financial disputes. Conor McGregor, who famously faced Mayweather in a 2017 crossover fight, has taken aim at the boxer's financial troubles, mocking his tax debts and calling him broke. McGregor's taunts, while characteristic of his brash persona, have struck a chord, amplifying public perceptions of Mayweather's vulnerability. Jake Paul, another figure in the influencer boxing scene, has echoed these sentiments, asserting that Mayweather's flashy lifestyle is a carefully constructed facade. "A lot of people are still fooled," Paul remarked, suggesting that the truth about Mayweather's declining wealth is becoming harder to ignore. Within the boxing world, Mayweather's relationships have also deteriorated. Devin Haney, a rising star, has accused Mayweather of manipulation and betrayal. Haney recounted an incident where Mayweather released a selectively edited sparring video showing Haney struggling, timed strategically to undermine him before a crucial match against Ryan Garcia. This act of sabotage, Haney argued, revealed Mayweather's insecurity and willingness to exploit those he once mentored. "I knew it wasn't right," Haney said, describing how he and his team saw through Mayweather's tactics. Such betrayals have become a recurring theme, with Mayweather's former allies, including Oscar de la Hoya, accusing him of disloyalty. Mayweather, in turn, has lamented the lack of loyalty in boxing, pointing to de la Hoya's decision to steer Canelo Alvarez to HBO as a personal slight. "We helped build this guy up," Mayweather said of Alvarez, expressing frustration that his contributions were overlooked. Mayweather's philosophy of spending freely, articulated in interviews where he dismissed the importance of saving, has come under scrutiny as his debts mount. "You can't take it with you," he once declared, advocating for a life of luxury and indulgence. Yet, this mindset has proven unsustainable, with his failure to address financial obligations exposing a lack of foresight. Mayweather himself has admitted to being happier before his wealth, a candid reflection that contrasts sharply with his public persona. "I'm not happy because of the money," he said, citing his family's well-being as his true source of joy. This admission, however, does little to mitigate the consequences of his financial decisions, which continue to haunt him through lawsuits and public criticism. The broader context of Mayweather's troubles reveals a man caught between his past triumphs and present struggles. His fight against De La Hoya in 2007 marked a turning point, transforming him into Money Mayweather and catapulting him to global fame. De La Hoya, reflecting on the bout, noted that Mayweather earned $8 million compared to his own $80 million, a disparity that underscored the importance of negotiation, a skill Mayweather later mastered. Yet, this success seems a distant memory as Mayweather navigates a landscape of legal battles, financial disputes, and fractured relationships. The boxing world, once his domain, now looks to new icons, leaving Mayweather to grapple with the weight of his own legacy. In contrast, stories of others who have turned modest beginnings into lasting success offer a stark counterpoint. The comedy group Mail Order Comedy, formed by Adam Devine, Blake Anderson, Anders Holm, and Kyle Newacek, transformed YouTube sketches into a $100 million empire with their show Workaholics. Their journey, rooted in camaraderie and creativity, highlights the power of authenticity and collaboration, qualities that Mayweather's recent actions seem to lack. As Mayweather's story unfolds, it serves as a cautionary tale of how fame and fortune, without discipline and integrity, can lead to a fall from grace. The boxing legend's future remains uncertain, but one thing is clear: the illusion of Money Mayweather is crumbling, and the truth is proving harder to outrun than any opponent in the ring.